If you've played Guitar Hero for long enough, then you've heard somebody tell you, why don't you just play a real guitar? Hey, there's a lot of reasons to play a video game aside from just trying to learn something you could take away from it in your everyday life. What if you find a great band, a new song you've never heard, just getting better at the game for the enjoyment of it? A lot of good reasons. What if you actually did want to learn a real instrument playing, though? There's Rocksmith. You could learn guitar that way. I'm super proud of my time working on Rocksmith at Ubisoft. Rocksmith 2014 was a blast. Great game, still works, would recommend. Now, what if you still wanted to play Guitar Hero and learn a real instrument at the same time? Is that possible? Yes, and I've been trying to prove it for the last year. I have been doing my damnedest to play the hell out of the drums while learning them on Clone Hero. And I'm pleased to tell you, I think I'm doing pretty well, and that the game does a great job at teaching new players. Just like Rocksmith works for guitar, I'd love to put out the theory that Clone Hero is the best game on the market for drum learning. Seriously, does Clone Hero get everything right? No, but is it way better than everything else out there? Yes, it's good at what it does. I'm not the only person to have this thought. In fact, there is a drummer out there currently in a touring band who used to be the #1 rock band drummer in the world. If you've listened to the band Counterparts, then their drummer, Kyle, used to be one of the top rock band players out there. There's something to this. When I first started 9 months ago, I had no clue what I was doing. I put my floor tom angled towards me on the side like it was an original Rock Band 1 kit. And hey, I hammered my way through the Enter Sandman intro, which was a great feeling to just be able to hit the sticks in the right place at the right time. But I had a lot to learn. That's just the start. Over the next few months, I realized how bad my hand-foot independence was. And this game helps to gamify that. It helps to make it easier to move your hands at different speeds while also getting your feet up at the right time. Did I just need to jump on my chair for that? Absolutely not, but it got the point across. Slowly but surely, I started feeling more comfortable, not just in game, but wanting to play outside the game as well. I started learning patterns from Clone Hero that I'd never considered in my personal practice and was able to take it and learn how to play it without the game. What a great feeling. Again, it reminds me of Rocksmith. With Rocksmith, you can take part of a song and learn it in a play session and take it out of the game and still be able to play it. But learning a whole song the whole way through does take a little bit more effort. So what makes Clone Hero so much better than Guitar Hero and Rock Band for drums? Well, look at the Guitar Hero controller. It only had 3 pads, 2 cymbals, and the bass pedal. Not exactly all you need. Rock Band started with 4 pads, eventually added cymbals to it, but there was a little bit of requirement if you wanted to use a higher-end drum kit, an electronic kit outside of their original controller. You needed an adapter. It was kind of a pain. With Clone Hero, as long as you've got an E-kit, you could hook it up with a MIDI cable or a USB cable. It'll work just fine. And it just works. You can map the buttons out exactly as you want for the game, and you're good to go. Way more capability with less setup is a huge W. What about what Clone Hero can't teach you? There's no input for hi-hat pedal. With the older charts from Rock Band, you'll almost always see a hi-hat that's open and closed as different cymbals. Kind of a bummer, but at the same time, that is something you can practice off game. You know that death metal drummer you listen to that never touches a hi-hat pedal, that only uses a double bass pedal. You know the one. The single largest place for improvement the game could have is hi-hat pedal support. There is one other rhythm game in the past that did have hi-hat support for drums, which was Phase Shift. Unfortunately, that hasn't been developed for quite a while now. What else can the game not teach you? Well, it can't teach you how to hold your sticks properly, or to not be tense when you're playing, or to practice outside the game, right? Not deal breakers. You need to just practice outside the game to keep getting better. But using the game as a tool to play through songs and learn skills or patterns that you might not have known and just get yourself around the drum kit, yeah, It works wonderfully for that. One of my absolute favorite practice songs right now is a song called The Phantom Below by Moron Police. Ooh, what a name. And if you would have told me last year that I'd be doing blast beats with no problem during the chorus of a song, I'd have laughed. But hey, I've learned a little bit about this from playing Clone Hero. I feel way more strongly about this game being a successful tool for practice after the last year. If you are interested at all and have access to an electronic drum kit, this is a great way to spend some time in Clone Hero. In fact, I dare say this is possibly the brighter future for the game over plastic guitar. And I know that might sound like heresy to a lot of old school fans, but this has a future if it keeps being supported. There's no shortage of the ability to get an electronic drum kit out there where it's getting kind of hard to get a plastic guitar. This might be exactly what people need to get the Guitar Hero experience while still taking something tangible away from the game that they can use in their everyday life. It's awesome. If you've played drums on Clone Hero, I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Throw a comment down below, share your story, how much you've played off of the game, how much you play on. Has it helped you out? Do you find yourself to be a better drummer with it? Because as somebody who's never played drums before this, I can't compare, but I'm sure having fun learning through it. Now, all of these clips aside, I just picked up a double bass pedal yesterday, and I feel like I restarted learning. Using my left leg, aside from just the hi-hat pedal off stream, was not enough to get me ready for filling in those double bass notes. I've got a lot of work ahead of me. If you'd like to join that journey, I'd love to have you on my streams. Come on through. I'm practicing all the time on weekdays, or might see me with some plastic guitar as well. Come on through, twitch.tv/JasonParadise. Would love to have you there for streams. If you enjoyed this video, a thumbs up is greatly appreciated, considering a thumbs up a day keeps the YouTube algorithm at bay. It's important. That thing's dangerous. If you take 8 hours a day and play Clone Hero non-stop drumming, are you going to instantly turn into Danny Carey or Mike Portnoy? No, but it is a good tool to add into your circle of things of doing when it comes to drumming. If you play a little bit on a practice pad and then take an hour to play some songs on Clone Hero, you're going to have a lot of fun with it while still maybe picking up a new pattern or two or practicing things you've needed. Thank you to everybody over here on this list that's been super supportive on the Twitch side and a few folks over on Ko-fi too. Working on putting a Patreon together that'll be launching in the near future. In the meantime, I hope to see you on streams. Thank you for the support. Enjoy your drumming. There'll be videos of me playing through songs here on the channel very soon. Rock on. Have a lovely day. My hand got caught on my pocket.